Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, benvenuto. Hey, Kim.
Hey,
Hey.
Rachel. Although I'm Rachel today too, but go ahead.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, I'm Rachel Otto, and this is
Kim
uh,
Mello.
Kim Millo, not Rachel
Mm,
Otto. But hey, we're
mm.
getting closer on figuring out our technical issues here, and
Big deal, people.
before you know it, they're going to be so smooth, dear viewer and listener, that you'll just kind of giggle when we're in our progress and our
Mm,
transitional state of what we're doing here. So another amazing gift to be alive in this present
mm.
moment today. How are you feeling, Kim?
Oh, I'm feeling good today. Still dealing with a lot of dreams, revealing dreams. But that's good. Cleaning stuff out. It hurts a little at first, but that's good. It's ultimately good.
The woman who's going to be doing our meditation today, Yvette,
Mm,
was telling me some of her crazy dreams this weekend.
wow.
And it was exactly what you're saying is,
Hmm.
they're very intense, they're very heavy. Um, she actually, and I actually think that they're not necessarily dreams as much as they are memories,
Mm,
and they're old memories locked in with kind of, your own mind and things
mhm,
going, so it's kind of over amplified and over exaggerated. And
mm,
again, it's this whole process of clearing out what is no longer needed in this lifetime or past lifetimes.
mhm,
It's all about finding this balanced state, this happy joy inside. And I
mhm.
have to admit that the past few mornings I've been waking up pretty happy again. And right now, just talking to you and being here, I just feel my whole heart. So the heart is the new brain. Actually,
It's
it's the
always.
old brain.
Yep. Mhm,
The Egyptians, they knew about it a long time ago.
mhm.
Which brings up a curious point here. Isn't it curious that all of this fantastic new energy, all of this fantastic, great stuff that's happening right now is just being acknowledged once again? I'm going to say it, by white people. And so then it's real and then it exists.
That is how, but that's how it is. It is what it is. It is what it. That's where we are right now.
This
It's,
is our transition out.
yeah,
So,
that's where we
I'm
are right now.
I'm a white girl. I can't really deny it.
Yeah, you're kind of, sort of. You got a little flavor in you though
Yeah,
from.
well,
Mm,
you know, you know, we're all a little bit of mutts anyway. But
yeah, yeah.
I just want to take a second here to acknowledge the fact that the Christ consciousness, that this excitement that's happening right now, this great awakening that's happening,
Mhm.
the energy's always been here.
Yeah.
Just like I said, oh, the new heart or the new brain is the heart.
Mhm.
No, there were people thousands of years ago that understood that way before we said it now, right?
Yeah,
And I think what it is that we've been disconnected from this energy
absolutely. Mhm.
between our food and what we put on our body and what we're doing. And so it just so happens now we're much more aware. We have many more options.
Mhm.
And so that it is a lot easier for each one of us to find that moment of enlightenment, for each one of us to find that personal connection to spirit, to God, to source, whatever you prefer to call it. It's always been available. It's just that right now, it's time that everybody gets it.
Yeah. Now everybody's open to it. Everybody, it's open to everyone. There's nothing blocking our vision. At least a lot less
Yes.
blocking our vision.
So this goes into the discussion where we will come back to the chakras on Sundays or the next episode if
Mhm.
you're watching this in the near future.
Mhm.
we're going to finish that fantastic meditation about the ego with Miss Yvette. And she has the second part that she did, which I'm really excited. I actually decided to do this with everybody live instead of doing it ahead of time and then talking about it. So I'm really excited to finish this meditation, this section about the ego, because I believe, Kim, that a lot of your dreams came from this meditation that we did
Mm,
last week. That, by pulling out that middle self or that ego part of us and facing it and
yeah.
talking to it,
Mhm,
um, it really shakes everything up inside. It really stirs up old memories and old concepts. It gets that brain stem flowing.
mhm,
So I'm really happy. Let's just talk 1 second before we play this about
mhm,
I keep talking about the middle self and the ego. In case you don't know my language, as a human avatar on this planet, there's three parts of you that kind of make up your whole being. The energy comes through the chakras, and that defines how our future and what our actions are, and how we're able to deal with the present moment of love. But the three guides that each of us are made up of, and yes, there are people that don't believe in the three guides of the person. Just for this moment, and if you're listening to me, this is what I believe in. And you can take it or leave it, but others have taught me this as well. The inner child is that little person inside of you. It is the most intuitive, sparkly part of you. I have worked with so many wonderful people who have taken their inner child and put them deep down inside their toe and locked them in a cavern.
mm.
Our society today teaches us that when you become an adult, you need to become an adult and you need to let go of child ways. Not so much anymore. Our generation, the X generation, has taught us extreme sports, has taught us that if we take that inner child and pull it into our daily lives, we can be intuitive, we can have fun, and we can still celebrate the capitalism that exists today.
And and as children, we can also continue to learn, always keep learning. That's what children do.
Exactly. So I
Mhm,
really love that inner child. And it's a meditation that you can do with yourself and pull that out and connect again. And if you were hurt and had a lot of trauma as a child, that's when you do the Ho'oponopono prayer and you forgive yourself and you forgive the situation and you really work with that inner child to get him or her to come out to be the best that they are. That's the best that you are.
mhm.
So the middle self, it's sometimes called the ego, and that's what we're dealing with today in these meditations. The poor ego gets such a bad rap. I mean, there's a couple people, we won't name names, Elon Musk, who have these egos that just like
Mhm,
stand up stronger than who they are. You
mhm.
know, there is no inner child in there. It's the bad Dionysus me part. Me. It's all about me. And that's not really where we want to go. We want to have self love and self care and self understanding, but there
Few
is a
ego
limit
vices.
that's too much, right?
Mhm,
So then the third part is our higher self, our future self, our angelic self. This, when we go visit or experience our higher self, I notice that there's often no speech, that it really comes intuitive. When you meet your higher self, this ball of energy, maybe it looks like an angel, maybe it looks like you in your most perfect ideal state. Um, I always notice that whenever I go visit my higher self or get information from my higher self, that it's all here. Like I never see words or never feel words come out. Some people believe that, like the Palladians are our higher selves. That this is what we become. Um, there's all kinds of fantastic stories about your higher self and how, at night when you are dreaming that your higher self is going off doing the galactic battles,
Mhm.
so it's another great energy to connect with. And when you have those three, because we like trinities, all aligned up within you, that's when you get to totally be you. That's when you don't deny your own thoughts, you don't deny your own ideas. It really just gives you this whole aspect of who and what you are. So we really want to just for a moment acknowledge the inner child, the middle self, and the higher self. And we are trying today in this meditation to really work with that middle self or that ego part of you and really not be afraid of it, um, for being able to forgive yourself for whatever you think you did. I mean, really, unless you murdered somebody or did something in those physical lines, God is still going to forgive you. The universe is still going to forgive you. People will forgive you. You have to forgive yourself and you have to make amends for what you did. I'm going to say, though, 95% of you out there listening didn't kill anybody. And the things that you're the most upset about that you've done,
Tired.
well, wasn't very much, you know? All right. Oh, hey. Looks like we got Miss Nessa listening.
Hey, Nessa.
We got some visitors on here. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Any other comments? And we will get started on this next one. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Let's see if I can do this right. Oh, no, I did it backwards already. Stop.
It's okay. Want to do this screen?
There we go. I have to share the right screen. Tell me if you all don't hear this.
Attention, checking back in to conclude a meditation that we started with a couple weeks ago. We sent our egoic aspect of self for a makeover in our heart and allowed for some respite, some divine restoration. And so I wanted to
I wanted to what?
Hold our attention.
I think I had a blip in my
Let's see.
there we go.
This is Yvette Kinchin checking back in to conclude a meditation that we started with a couple weeks ago. We sent our egoic aspect of self for a makeover in our heart and allowed for some respite, some divine restoration. And so I wanted to come from the space of the ocean itself. As we go into the second part, we will go in and check and see if our makeover is complete or what information is available to us while we are in this beautiful surrounding. And so we will journey back through our heart and see what awaits for us inside and what we are ready to step into. I just want to start by taking a minute to listen to the sounds. And I invite everybody to close their eyes at this time. And I want to invite everyone to start taking deep breaths And if you can, it would be nice to maybe sync them with the waves behind us. So taking a deep breath in and out with the waves as they hit the shore. And just taking a minute to drop in and just connect to the ocean, the flow of the ocean, rhythmically. And as you close your eyes and listen to the sounds, dropping from your head and any thoughts that you have, you came into this meditation with, allowing them to flow into the tides and flow away. As you drop into your heart now, out of the mind, into the heart, see yourself, your awareness going down into that tranquil space inside your heart that we first visited 2 weeks ago. It can be any landscape you want, but just coming back to that sacred, tranquil space in your heart as we take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and allow ourselves to relax deeper and deeper into the heart, to a tranquil space. Connect to nature. While we are in this tranquil space, I call on our team in spirit, our guides, our higher self, our angels, our star family, all the guides, all the beings of light that assist us to come and join us in this tranquil space. And opening up a sacred space, held in the light, allowing us to just relax in this space. If there are any messages for us, I ask that we receive them now. And I now ask that we look ahead. There's a path before us. And this is the path we're going back to that body of water inside our heart that's connected to Source, where we left our egoic aspect. We're going to walk back that path, back to that large body of water inside of us connected to Source, to check on our egoic aspects. So take those steps to that path. It is opening before you. You can take whomever you want, whatever team wishes to go with you, and walk that path. You can see what the landscape looks like. Take note of anything that has changed, possibly. Maybe things look a little different this time around. It's okay. And I want you to see this big body of water ahead of you. And see what it looks like. Take notice of any colors and aspects of it that seem significant or maybe even different. And while we are here, walk to the shore. You may see your egoic aspect already there. But I now ask for our egoic aspect that has been in respite and restoration to now surface from any part of this body of water inside of us, and to come and sit with us and reveal anything that is different, any changes made, any information that was learned, any new roles that are being taken on at this time, and just allow this egoic self to come to you. It may come from the water. It may be sitting at the water. They may be wearing something different. They may look completely different. And they may still be resting, and that's okay. Allow that too. If that is something that you're seeing, it's perfectly okay. There will still be information for you in this space. And asking for this egoic aspect to come, to sit with you, to face you, and to reveal anything and everything that is available at this time in the way of change, in the way of healing, in the way of restoration, in the way of a new door opening for you, a new role opening for you in your life, and in your way of operating and being that is more in alignment with your soul and your soul's journey. And sit with this aspect of yourself now to receive any messages, to take in any information that you can journal later, and to just be present in awe and in witness of what you have accomplished. Explore this landscape. If there are any messages, allow yourself to receive them. Ask for any messages that we need in regards to any old patterns, habits, or behaviors that have been in our way that we have released or are releasing now. Any memories that we need to let go of now. And allow them, as they surface and they can symbolically appear to you, allow them to flow into that magical lake of water. Whatever we can release here is served, is no longer necessary. So allowing that to flow into the water. And now call forth any gifts, items, new attire that will be helpful to us in our next leg of this journey. And this could appear on your egoic aspect. It could be handed to you by any of your team, by your ego itself, but just calling on any gifts, tokens or symbols that are available now that will be of use coming. Any awareness of anything new we're stepping into now. Allow ourselves to receive that. Your egoic aspect to reflect the things you wish to see developed in the future. You may give her or gift her the things that you desire. Or him. Call forth any other information that is available or important to us at this time. Again, it is perfectly okay if your ego needs more time here, but at this juncture, if you are ready, I ask that you stand in front of this egoic aspect. We will now merge, face each other, hug, connect hearts, and merge. If you remain together, great. If not, take hands and walk back in that path towards your heart. It is time to go and embody these new aspects and share them with the world. So either walk merged or join hands and walk back to the path of tranquility, back to that tranquil space in your heart. settle into your heart. Thank you, team. Thank all the beings of light that have helped you go through this process. And again, it is totally okay if you had to leave anything at the lake. You can always come back. But sit, holding, receiving any information, thanking your team and spirit, thanking your body for this process. And we'll now come back, grounded into our bodies, back to this reality, with the changes, with the information, and with the transformation that has been achieved. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself coming more into your body, into the present moment. And now we'll count to 5, and as I count, we'll become more and more alert, more and more in the body, more and more ready to come back. 1, 2, 3, feeling more alert, more in the body, and back in the present moment. 4, 5. Open your eyes, wiggle your toes, snap your fingers if that helps you come back. And if you can, take a minute to just breathe and feel this new aspect of you availing itself. Maybe journal what you saw, what you recognize that you're letting go, and what you're taking on. It's a powerful moment we are at. We're stepping into a new aspect of ourselves. We have new roles now. Allow yourself that blessing. I hope what you found was absolutely beautiful and inspiring for the days ahead. I thank you for taking this journey.
Mhm. Are you back? Well, I'm not hearing you.
I'm back.
There you are.
Okay.
How's it
I'll
going?
let you start with any opening comments.
Oh, that was a good follow-up, a very good follow-up. And I'm one of those who was very happy to combine with my ego. It was a beautiful place we went to, though, and we can go there whenever we want. So, I wanted to ask also, did you see something in the clouds above Yvette when she started before we actually went into the meditation? If anyone can look back at that video, because Rachel, I'd like you to tell us maybe next time
Uh-huh.
what that was.
All right, I will. I'll go back and watch it more myself since I was tuning into. I have to say that the sound of the ocean
Mm,
just put me really right in there, heavy and deep. So it was wonderful for me because it just so happens this is something that I've been working on.
mhm,
So I will go back and look at the clouds. I really did hear so much. So
mm,
much of the land and the water was supporting what she was doing there,
yes.
and I too, I received gifts, but I was able to pull everything into a oneness. Now,
Mm,
again, this is something that I've been working on for, I don't know, the past 10 years.
mhm, mhm.
So I also had my inner child and my higher self show up, and we made this ginormous, like, big Rachel. And I'm only going to make just a very brief comment um, about what this did for me.
Mm,
Uh, so, only because I think maybe some of you may understand. In high school, I had a jaded, whacked out perspective. Now that I look back, I don't know where I got it or how it happened. But for some reason, I just felt like everybody hated me and I wanted to go eat some worms. And I had a real mental block with people Yeah, this is kind of weird for me to say because I was vice president of my class. I was head of FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, and the Environmental Club, and I think there were 7 organizations I was president of, and I was busy all the time, and yet I had this warped, mean girl sense of being a victim in high school. Not that I was the mean girl, but that I was picked on. I
Mhm.
mean, it was very strange for me. So I've recently, it's time for my 30-year class reunion. And because of this work that I do, I get so excited now to go back to meet these people in high school. All of this ego stuff that I had, it only took 30 years to get over it, but I'm finally to Scorpio. Thanks. I've finally been able to step into really the fact that that just was high school. I mean, that was 30 years ago. It doesn't even matter. I made a lot of mistakes. I said a lot of mean things. I did silly, stupid actions, but everybody did. Everybody did. Everybody has something where they had their own problems, anorexia, dyslexia, how to deal with other people, men, women, everybody. It wasn't just me. It just took me a little bit longer to figure out that those issues weren't, well, they were all made up here. And my ego expanded them all and created some false reality that doesn't exist anymore for me.
It's how you understood the world according to what you knew at the time. Same for everyone. Same
Right.
for all of life. It's how you interpret the world based on what you know. You can
And
continue to learn.
I'm so excited now to go back and see these classmates, to go back and talk, and maybe to give a few apologies, but not of anything that was drastic or major, but really just this I was
Mm.
a little bit rambunctious. I had really high anxiety,
Mhm.
and those were taken away last week during this meditation. And this week, the gift was a laurel wreath,
Mm.
and she placed it on my head. And so it kind of looked like a crown, but it was more of this peace with myself, peace with understanding that I have to forgive myself. Nobody remembers what we said or did or thought. And those that do, well, they're stuck in their own, um, you know, crazy thoughts anyway. So it's okay. It's okay. What a beautiful meditation from Yvette. I'm very grateful for this.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited now for Vanessa's when we go back to the chakras, because that is, she's doing it too out at the ocean. So
Mm.
the sounds of the water is just
Yes.
really
Really, yes.
washing
Mm.
away what we no longer need. And it is a wonderful form of the universal living love. All right, I got too talkative again. I apologize, but we've hit our time,
Mhm.
and very excited. Join us here on Sunday mornings. I think we might just switch to mornings for our live broadcast because it feels that it's easier on our schedule, and you, the viewer, get to watch it anytime you want anyway. So you can watch it Sunday night. And other than that, any closing remarks, Kim?
Just you said it all. It was good. It was a great show, a great event, and that's it. I don't have anything to add to this.
Wonderful. As always, follow us here at Way Chill Living. And don't forget that we do have events coming up at Healing Heart Sanctuary this summer. We've got fantastic retreats in May, June, and July of 2022. So if you're watching this in this current year, definitely check us out for our live workshops and come sit with the trees. All right. So we'll see you in this for now moment of love.